the first semi-final of the Manbet X Champion of Champions 2018. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Thank you, frame 4. Shaun Murphy
taking a 2-1 lead. Frame 4, massively important. After this, the interval.
Interesting there, in that little piece at the top of the show about the break off. I think Shaun has just switched sides. Players sometimes do that. Most though tend to stick to the same side. We were in the practice room the other day with Shaun. We were talking about technical things and geeky things, all things snooker, and I said to him, where do you tend to hit the cue ball? And you tend to hit it with a bit of right hand side or left hand. He said the middle. There's a rare beast.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, he cues the ball so well. I mean, even that shot he played there, beautiful cueing, getting a tight cue ball. Definitely been a lot of thought by both players tonight, hasn't there? And quite a few safety exchanges going on, which is good to see. I say most of the week has been heavy scoring from the off. Is this a chance? Wants this red to be a straight.
Touching ball.
If it's straight, I think Shaun can get through for black.
One.
Yeah, so there was just a hint of angle on it, wasn't there? So the cue ball just almost went sideways. It was difficult then to get down for black. We know what he's like with the rest. It'll be even easy to get the rest in behind those reds here. This is awkward.
Foul. Yep. Shaun Murphy 1. Ronnie O'Sullivan 7.
Well, I think the referee and Shaun both realised it was a foul at the same time. Shaun owned up. Simultaneously, Brendan called it.
Yeah, as I say, the trouble dropping the rest over those reds, you're looking at about 3 or 4 different things, and at the same time you're trying to pot a black that's very missable. The eagle-eyed Brendan Moore, as ever, on the spot.
One.
And fouls of that nature can have such a massive impact on a match.
This is where I think O'Sullivan just normally starts to try and pick up a little bit of pace. You'll see him busier now. See the little swipe of the cue with his arms. Trying to get his body feeling loose. Yeah, round he comes. Almost round there before the cue ball stops. Pace will be quickened here.
Yes, because in the first 3 frames he's not been
14.
running around the table by any means. Average shot time 20 seconds.
50.
For him, that's a little slower than normal. Circumstances have dictated.
$22. $23.
Helps no end as well here, playing this pink, being able to play the switch to left-handed, playing for this next red. Actually, must be a strange feeling to play
29.
that kind of shot. You go in and out of ball, and you're not even thinking about the rest. You know, you can reach over and just play it as normal. Great asset to have. But obvious to say, looking for a nice angle then on the black. That'll be the key to this.
30.
Oh, and he's got it. That's where he put it with his hand. Big shot coming up. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous shot.
37. $38. $45.
A more than useful lead, 51 points, but O'Sullivan can't disguise his frustration. And maybe said frustration manifested
Ronnie
itself
O'Sullivan,
in that shot.
45.
Yeah, it's also having created the open, let's say, playing the little left-handed shot perfect in the black, and he's frustrated about that. He knows how big a frame this is. See the pace in the cue ball there. He was in the practice room this morning. That was the shot Ronnie was actually practicing. They do it for a reason. Must have played 30 or 40 of those in a row. See, players Players always cast a little eye over the other guys practicing just to see what they're up to, see what the little routines, and everyone slightly different, but as I say, Ronnie practices his safety play diligently. Spoke earlier about the arc and the cue ball, taking this red on full power. Watch the cue ball, it'll arc round the red. Great shot, actually. This is a super shot. Needs a little bit of luck, and I think he's gotten it. No, he hasn't. It was actually a very good shot, Phil, wasn't it? You know, difficult to get the return. He managed to eke out some sort of shot to nothing.
Yeah, sadly for Murphy now though, 3-1 is looming ever larger. Especially after that. Ooh, a little bit more than I anticipated though.
Yeah, the green's a certainty, isn't it? But it could go wrong positionally.
Well, if he's knocked a plant on, okay, you could say it was fortunate, but he's on
an
alternative red to middle anyway.
And once again, this little chance here for Ronnie to just put the frame away is all because
8
of a fabulous safety shot that he played. See, this is the easy part of the game for players of this calibre. Well, there's not that
40.
many of Ronnie's calibre, but you know what I mean. There's safety
50.
shots that create openings.
And this is the most simple frame ball imaginable.
Yeah, say the easy part's also the fun part for players down around the pink spot. Knocking balls in.
22.
Enjoyed this part of it.
Well, from O'Sullivan, the only time we've seen fireworks was in the intros. But
27.
he's been tremendous in terms of application, attitude, patience, really.
28.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Phil. He's been first class. It's not been sparkling performance, but he's just played the proper way.
I'll use that phrase again. Circumstances
33.
have dictated, and he's just accepted
34.
what's been given him and made a good job of it.
It's when you look beyond the talent, and it's obviously there, and you
40.
see how disciplined he is in the
41.
safety side of the game. And he just now goes in and picks up the pieces.
Can't help but think, and I've said this before, had he been this disciplined and full of
47.
desire throughout his 20s, I
48.
think his haul of trophies might have spilled out of Essex into Suffolk. Mesmerisingly good.
55. $57. 60.
And it's not that his scoring has been subdued, O'Sullivan. Breaks of 43, 64, 34, 45, and now this.
69. $75.
With the exception of one tiny
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
positional blip, that was a model frame from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Shaun Murphy, the defending champion, finds himself in more than a spot of bother because at the mid-session interval he trails by 3 frames to 1.